Hello, my name is Natalie and welcome to my channel. For the past month, I have dedicated myself to cycling. I decided I've always hated cardio and I wanted to challenge myself this month. And basically one day I was walking and I decided I'm going to start a big project where every single month I dedicate myself to a new sport. Every day for the past month, I have done at least anywhere from 2 to 5 hours straight of riding my bike. So first things first is when I started cycling, my quads were on fire within the first 10 minutes. Within the first 10 minutes of leaving my neighborhood, it was a difficult journey for me. I had a very hard time. I hate cardio, and so this was not easy. Within the first 5 minutes of cycling, in the first day, I was dead. I went and biked around 2 hours or an hour. Not only that, I went into this with no expectations. I weighed myself every single day. I dropped to the lowest weight that I've dropped in the past 3 years, which was 117 pounds. I normally fluctuate between 121 pounds to 124 pounds. And this whole cycling experience, I was fluctuating from 117 pounds to 120 to 122 pounds. It's funny to see that there's actually a community of bikers, because when you don't bike, you'll never know, but there's so many people that go out and cycle every single day, and it was just very fun, and I would wave to everybody as I would bike by them. I messaged a brand called Hotworks. I asked them if I could use their space and I would promote them, and they said yes. And I came in, and I'd never done anything like this before in my whole life, so it was so strange, but it's an experience that I'm actually really happy I did. Hotworks is basically a bunch of infrared saunas, so red light saunas, that you go in and you work out in. There are videos on a screen and you follow the workouts. And at Hotworks they offered core, Pilates, rowing, cycling, things like that. But I was only there for the cycling, so I never tried anything else. What I really liked about Hotworks was the classes for cycling were 15 minutes long. So I think this worked really well for me. And on top of that, I don't sweat as often as I should. So it helped me sweat really fast. It was also just really clean, really nice. You can see other booking times, so I was able to go in there when nobody else was in there, which was really nice. I think that helped me drop weight really quickly because of how much I sweat in the sauna. And when I first started at Hotworks, I could not do a single session and complete it. I could not do a 15-minute long cycling session in the sauna. Within the first week, I was able to easily complete one. Within the second week, I was able to do 2 in a row, and within the third week and the fourth week, I did 3 cycling classes in a row, so I was in there working out for 45 minutes straight. And that was crazy. That was really fun. It was open 24 hours, and I had full access to it, so I think that helped me stay consistent more than anything, because whenever it was cold outside, whenever it was a rainy day or it was too hot, instead of just not cycling, I just went to Hotworks. So perfection. I mean, there's a Chipotle next to it, so that was really helpful too. And then if anyone decides to do this, I have tips on what went wrong with me. So tip number 1 is you have gears on a bike for a reason. I always want to be competitive, and I tried to stay at the highest gear, going up hills, going up all these, we don't have hills in Florida, but I tried to stay at the highest gear, going up a bridge and going really fast, and it burned me out so fast. When I realized that the gears are there for a reason, you go play with the gears. If something is really hard, just go to a lighter gear. You're still riding a bike and you're still doing good. Okay, and then 2, I was not aware that falling was an option, but on the 3rd day of biking, I was going to pass somebody, and so I was going on a thin railroad that crosses the street to pass somebody, and the railroad caught my tire and flipped the bike to the ground, and I just rolled on the road. Good for me, okay? And I scraped my whole body, and the bike like broke, but then somebody came and helped me and fixed it. Even though I had cuts and scrapes and all that, I could let those heal while I continued biking. It's really safe. And then another thing was I hate cardio. I like high intensity training. I like 6 to 8 reps. I like to just like 1 rep max most of the time. I just like to get it done and get it over with. But with this, like, it's so much endurance, and because of going from like someone with no cardio to somebody who like started doing intense cardio, I think that is why I dropped as much weight as I did. Another thing, when I first started, I had no idea where to put my things when I was on the bike, because I wanted to bring water with me and snacks and sunscreen and whatever. So when I first started, I wore the backpack on my back while I was biking. And that sucked. And then I would get like weird tan lines of a backpack. Then I moved the backpack to like the back seat. And even if it wasn't like hitting the wheel underneath, it was like, it would weigh the bike down. Even though it doesn't seem like a lot of weight, every time I was biking, I felt like I had to pull tons more resistance. Okay. Then, finally, on the last week, I put my backpack on the front of the bike. Like, I didn't have a basket, but I was able to like tangle it and put it on the front. The bike was pulling me forward rather than pushing me backward. So that is literally the best place to put all your stuff. I was definitely curious to see if the cycling would build up my muscle. And then on top of that, I ended up getting stronger in my lifts. Like, from the whole month, like 2 weeks into the cycling, I came into the gym and I just hit a 200-pound squat. My squat went up, my endurance went up. I felt like I was getting smaller, but I got stronger. That was pretty cool. 2 weeks in, I decided to start dieting as well, but like not super intensively. I ate vegetables, and I don't eat vegetables. I don't like them. They're not yummy. But I ate vegetables, and I was like healthy. I would have chicken. And then within the first 3 days, I started getting abs. And then within the first week, I got abs. Like very, very good abs. So those are all my tips. That's everything that happened. Next month, I'm going to be doing calisthenics, and I'm going to be researching about it and talking about it. So if you are interested, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.